Morning, everybody. Welcome to Second Cup of Coffee. Pastor Tom here with you, Rancho Christian Center. So glad that you would join us. We are in week 2 of our series on forgiveness. Coming out of the Easter season, the Easter service last week, leading up to that, we talked about having a lifestyle of forgiveness and Jesus washing the disciples' feet, including Judas, before Judas betrayed him. This week, we're going to talk about one of the phrases Jesus used on the cross. It's in Luke 23:34, and it's this: Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. The theme of this week is the power of forgiveness. Last week was the lifestyle of forgiveness. This week is the power of forgiveness in your life. April 8th is Holocaust Remembrance Day. Holocaust was the extermination, or the attempted extermination of the Jewish people by Hitler in World War II. They were sent to concentration camps. They were murdered. I encourage you, if you ever get to Washington, D.C., take the time to go to the Holocaust Museum. I went with my sister one year. We went through, and I remember vividly coming to a place where they have a large plexiglass box full of shoes. I was 21, 22 at the time. Pretty ignorant of people's suffering. But when I saw those shoes, it just hit my heart, because I just knew somebody owned these shoes. And they're not here anymore. And they're not here because of hate. They're not here because of deception. They're not here because of the work of the enemy trying to destroy the people of God. And but out of that horrific time in history, there's been some people that God has raised up to teach us about the power of forgiveness. One of them is Corrie ten Boom. She was her family were hiding Jewish refugees, taking care of them. They got caught, they got turned in, and then she got put in a concentration camp with her sister and her sister, and her father had been put in jail as well. He died 10 days after being put in jail. They go to a concentration camp, and her sister even died in the concentration camp. And so there's a lot to let go of for Corrie. And she had this quote that I want to give to you today. Forgiveness is an act of the will, and the will can function regardless of the temperature of the heart. Let me say that again. Forgiveness is an act of the will, and the will can function regardless of the temperature of the heart. What are you trying to say, Pastor? You could read Luke 23:34, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And the next words out of your mouth be, Jesus, I can't buy that, because they knew very well what they were doing to me. That's why I wanted to follow it up with this testimony from years gone by, from a woman who went to a concentration camp and watched her sister die, who went through suffering for doing the right thing. I'm not negating your pain. I'm not negating that you did the right thing and somebody did the wrong thing and wronged you. You may even feel like they know what they did and they deserve what they get, but I have to tell you, even though your heart doesn't feel it, you out of your mouth have got to start beginning to forgive. Because it will do something in you. It's not about the other person, right? Jesus is doing it to release forgiveness to people that don't even want to receive it. And he's recognizing that they don't see the full impact or implication of what they've done to him. And he's saying, Father, don't hold it against them. They don't know what they do. You may not realize that, but a lot of times people don't realize the full implication of what they've done in your life. But for you to hold on to the unforgiveness, thinking that sometime they're going to come to the revelation, thinking that the apology is going to come, will only hold you in bondage. So my encouragement to you today is this: even if you don't feel it, forgive. Even if your heart's still cold, by the act of your will, say to your Father, God, Father, I forgive them. And you name that person, Father, I forgive them. And watch God begin to do a work in your heart that brings you to a place of restoration. There's power in that forgiveness for you today and through this season of Easter. God bless you. We love you. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do. It's an opportunity to catch up on old videos, but also send them out to people who may need to hear the message. We love you, and we'll talk to you soon.